everybody, it's Christine. Time for a scrapbook process video. And what I have today is a picture of my dad. I'll talk about this in the voiceover. This is my dad, and he's in physical therapy there. And what I have is the 49 Market Spectrum Sherbet collection. And I like this foundation paper here, so I'm going to kind of stick with that. And then, of course, I have, rub-ons and stickers and laser cuts and stuff I think I can use here. I may dig into some stash stuff over there too. I think I have another set of 49 Market stuff that may kind of go, because I do have this pink and all that, and I'm pretty sure I have some pinks and things. I don't necessarily want to emphasize them, but I may want to try to use something accent-wise or something. And I'm definitely thinking I might want to use some of these rub-ons, because there's some stuff like Believe, which is important. And I may take these words and just kind of spread them around. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So anyway, that's what I'm going to start. I got to find something too to mount my photo. I just have such a hard time, y'all, cutting into these gorgeous papers because they're a great foundation, y'all. And plus there's not really a ton of like color per se. So I have to think about that one. But anyway, that's what I think I'm gonna start with here. So give me just a second. I'm gonna trim this off, find something to mat that with. I may get my stash on that too, because I'm sure I got a piece of cardstock to use in there. And I'll come back on in a second. All right, guys. So I got into my stash and I found this pink paper that actually had a bunch of flamingos on it. But you're not gonna be able to see that. It's more for the pink tone. I started to cut this and realized I had kind of an extra, it was like sliced on the right-hand side, so I moved it to the left-hand side so I could trim out my little photo mat a little bit better. And then the greenish kind of color there is similarly, it was just like a piece of cardstock in my stash, but it worked perfectly with the little colors on the I think, what was the name of that? Kaleidoscopes, I think the name of that paper inside the Sherbet collection. And I really like this. I think this turned out really pretty. I'm happy with it. And what I'm going to do next is, I've said this before, 49 Market is usually all about the layers. Like you just layer. There's different little pieces of layering bits and stuff like that. On this one, y'all, I really actually didn't layer that much. I ended up using the rub-ons mostly. So this was more about the rub-on. So in just a minute, and that actually took me the most time too. So this video is not terribly long because actually I cut out the parts where I'm like cutting out all the rub-ons, because I cut them off the sheet and then I'll kind of lay them where I want them and then I'll rub them on from there. So I know I'm going to put this picture right here smack dab in the middle where this like starburst kaleidoscope thing kind of, originates. And I really like that. Now the only tricky part here is the rub-ons are all in kind of the blue greens, pretty much anyways. I don't think there's really anything. There's nothing in the pink and yellow family. So I'm going to kind of focus the rub-ons. Most of them are going to kind of go in that lower section or that lower like quadrant or whatever, because I'm trying to do almost like a color on color, if that makes sense. So I put like the green kind of on top of the green over there, and then this like blue greeny stuff's kind of going on the blue greeny stuff. So I don't really have any pinks in there. I do find a pink sticker in that little sticker book that's on the right-hand side there. And I will end up finding this tiny little pink butterfly, but not really much pink. So it's kind of a more masculine color palette, I guess, if you want to think of it that way. So again, I'm just kind of going through and I'm finding rub-ons that say things like strong and believe and hope and live and things like that. And I'm going to kind of place these. It takes me a second, and I will start to rub these on in a second. And I don't know what I do next after that, to be honest with you. I did pull out a few butterflies, the ones that match the colors, basically. Again, I did have to kind of dump out my ephemera to find the little tiny pink one. But otherwise, I ended up finding these blues and greens and stuff. Now, the title of this layout is going to be The Picture of Resilience and Hope. And so I'll just kind of real quickly tell you about the picture. If you've watched my channel for any length of time at all, you know my dad got sick. It was actually December 27th, 2021, and he was admitted to the hospital January 2nd, 2022. He was a victim of the pandemic and got very, very ill, was in ICU for months. He's been in a facility, either some type of a long-term acute care, or some type of rehab type facility since basically last summer, so almost a year, honestly. And because he was still, I'm trying to think now, timelines gets a little bit blurry. I do try this color here that doesn't look right, so I changed that out. I'll tell you real quickly too, I have pulled out the pink photo strip, and then I'll find one more piece that I'm going to end up using. But that's all the layers I do, y'all. I don't really do any other layers. That's so crazy to me that I kind of talked about 49 Market being all layery, and I don't really put much layers on this one. Anyways, so he is they've had to change facilities. Y'all, don't even get me started on insurance and all the things. It's just a disaster. There is nobody that helps you with that, by the way. Just know that. They'll tell you you've got a social worker. Well, the social workers actually work for the facilities. So if the facility somehow becomes, not covered by insurance or something, they just don't really help you anymore. So anyways, he's in a new facility. This is a good, in a sense, it was a good, not in a sense, it's a real good thing because they got him over to this new facility and they've actually started his therapies again. They had stopped the therapies because insurance stopped paying for it or whatever. So anyways, he's in a new facility and they're doing a bunch of therapies and he's already starting to kind of stand again. He had kind of started to late summer, early fall, something like that. Or no, so sorry, it was October or something. They'd started some therapies. And honestly, the frustrating part is all he needs is therapies to get to where he can go home. He doesn't really need medical care anymore. He just needs somebody to help him get to the restroom and things like that. So we can just get him through his therapies. He'll be able to go home. And my vision is he will go home, and that's where he's aiming for. So after everything he's been through, I definitely see him as the face of resilience and hope. And he's constantly like, I'm going home. He's real positive about it. And I really appreciate that about him. He has shown so much tremendous strength and courage and everything else. So it just amazes me to this day that he has come as far as he has. So anyways, I really only put, like I said, those two pieces of layering in a sense. And then I've got the little butterflies. I've glued those down. And I got the rub-ons. And in a minute, you will see, I guess I'm going to glue these butterflies down next. I'll pull out some letters. I'm trying to think. I may show it. I don't remember now. The letters I get are kind of smaller. They're about a 1/2 inch, I guess. And it had 2 sheets. One was kind of the blue-greenish colors, and on the back side was kind of a multicolored. I want to say pink fresh, but that may not be right. I might be able to show it in the film on the camera. I'm not really certain, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not looking at the actual letters, and I've already put them away. So if you really want to know, you can ask me, and I'll try to answer for you. But you'll see those in just a minute. I did go ahead and pull out this sticker book because I did kind of want at least something in the pink, and I found one little pink sticker that I thought would work. And then I also found one that kind of was in that blue-green that I thought would work, kind of that greenish color, whatever, down there. So I'll add that to the lower left. But I've done all those little rub-ons. You can see I cut in that sheet of paper, that sheet of rub-ons over there. And I went crazy with the rub-ons. But, I was kind of proud of myself because it's not like I use rub-ons on the daily. So I was kind of proud of using all those. So I got all that glued down. Now I'm going to pull out this title there. You can kind of see it. I think I don't know, guys. Again, I can't tell for sure. But anyway, these are the letters I'm going to use. And I'll spell it. It's a long title, too. So I was kind of proud of that. Of course, I used almost all the E's, which is a little frightening. But anyways, I do like my title that I come up with. So I'm going to glue all those down. I'm going to cut away. And then after that, I don't know that I do really much else. I think I glue down. Oh, I did find this little phrase here. It's like captured in a photo, I think is what it says. And so I put that up there. And then here's that little tiny butterfly I mentioned to you. I'm going to put him up on foam because I just add a little bit of dimension because he's so tiny. I was afraid if I just glued him down, you wouldn't really notice him. So he's going to go up next to the title as well. And I don't do any mixed media or anything. This layout already had, because the paper itself has kind of this faux mixed media look to it. I didn't want to add anything. I thought about putting out some little enamel dots or something, but honestly, I really kind of thought the rub-ons could be the star of the show this time. And so that is all I'm going to do to this layout, y'all. This didn't actually take me very long because, as you can see, I didn't really have to do much. And so I'm going to get you a close-up here after I clean up, and you can kind of see all the little details, little rub-ons, that sort of thing. And there you go. This is a good slow down here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is a Thursday video, so I think I have one coming Sunday. So make sure you kind of stay, like I said, like and subscribe, and maybe hit the little bell so you get notified. But I do several videos a week. So we will see you next time. Bye.